10-goal win, Rats. 4 players to come back in, all very, very good players. You've got a selection dilemma. Going to be some hard luck stories.
Yeah, there will be. Yaron's still a 50-50. We'll have to wait more for Friday to see how he trains. He hasn't trained yet. The other 3 will definitely be back, so we'll just wait on Yaron. But I think the first half last week was some signs that we have to improve in certain areas. But at the end of the day, the outcome was we kept the opposition to 13 shots at goal, and I think it was about 32, 33 inside 50. So. That was a great outcome. The process on the way was, around stoppages and a few other areas we need to improve fairly quickly at. Yeah, he'll be another week to 2 in regards to that hamstring. So that, I received a phone call sort of at Friday in regards to that. So that just came out of the blue, and we thought he'd all play, but these things happen in football. So he's got a setback. Yeah, he's he's soreness and that, he is. The week's done him the world of good. He's been through a lot of pre-seasons, and I suppose the way he plays the game and the way the opposition attack him is they put a fair bit of time and effort into him. And if you looked at the physicality ratings that he has to endure through games, it'd be fairly high. So to overcome that soreness is really good for him. He did some training. He did most of it, but just I think the game now itself and how much it takes out of the players, it's just good to get a bit of relief from that. So I think that gives him now a 17-day break from game to game. So that's something that, he looked really bouncy today at training and really looking forward to playing. I think most of the players that we've, I think the Geelong model from last year, the ideal scenario would be if we could get all the players at 20 games. But as we know, the game itself and what the 4 points that are on stake all the time and the ability to do that, you don't get to do that. Some players have already had a spell, and that might be at the start of the season, like a Jamison misses the first 2 games. He's had his rest. He's going to play 20 games, so hopefully we can get him through that there. So it's sort of up to, I suppose, the individual and the circumstances in front of us. He might, just depending how his body's going. I think if it's all sore, it's actually, I suppose, quite funny that this bloke is an out-and-out superstar of the competition to go and win Brownlow medals, but the focus on him as an individual is just unbelievable. I think when we go back and have a look at teams and the way that they've managed their list, I don't see the same focus on other teams and individuals. So that really makes me laugh, and we actually laugh as a coaching group to think that because Chris is out for a week, all this focus on, you go through and have a look at, if you want to, in the last 12 months or even a bit longer in regards to individuals and players, they've been taken out of the team. And when they get the reason why, it's got general soreness written on it. So I find it so funny that we make this big song and dance about one individual. If the opportunity was there, and depending on how he felt, and that we might have a look at him. Mark Murphy, and he was a bit sore too during the week, and he got himself up to play. So Curnow trained and didn't come up. We spoke about that later on the Friday the Thursday of the training session, that he didn't come up. So he was ruled out from that point. Not a lot. It was more just about managing that knee, and that's something that we're making sure that we don't overload that knee. He's doing more work and game time's a lot higher. So, if we have the opportunity for any of those players to give them a spell, and now that's probably made it harder with Robbie not being available for some time, whether it's a week or 2, it just changes. He'll probably need another game back at reserves level. So that will just change, I suppose, our view on, when do we give Matthew an easier week or an easier game in regards to smashing in and the physicality on that knee. I think it's something that we need to look after him. No, Matthew and Sean will play, and hopefully last week we won, I think, hit-outs by a fair margin, but we lost stoppages. So we're making it a big focus for us to make sure that we get on the front foot in that part of the game. They're going fairly well. I think when they lost Fisher, that probably changed a fair bit of the momentum of the game, having one of their key players go out. Other than that, they were right in the game and playing some pretty good football. So, Yeah, they're going well. The stats indicated that they're not conceding a lot of inside 50s against. Their scores against are really low, so they're really stifling the opposition in regards to that, and their scoring's been pretty productive as well.